Welcome back to Houston Life. This Friday is National HIV Testing Day, and it does not matter who you are, who you love. Everyone should know their status. Today, with proper treatment and prevention, everyone can live long, healthy lives. Joining us now with more on the community resources in Houston and where you can get tested for free on Friday, Mario Harper with U.S. Business Action to End HIV, and Jill Johns with Legacy Community Health. Welcome to you both. It's nice to see you.
Thank you.
So a lot of people think, okay, HIV, AIDS, this is a thing of the past. The numbers tell a different story. Jill, we'll start with you. Where are we in Houston and in Harris County when it comes to our HIV infection rates?
For new HIV infections and also for other STIs like syphilis, chlamydia, gonorrhea, Houston-Harris County is higher than Texas, and Texas is higher than the U.S. in terms of the rates.
Okay, so this is concerning because the numbers are going in a direction that public health officials like yourself, you don't want to see this happening. What do you think is driving this? Why are people relaxing themselves on the issue?
Well, I think one of the main reasons is people don't realize that they can be at risk for HIV as well. HIV does not discriminate based on who you love or the kinds of people that you're meeting during the day. So what we encourage is that everybody get tested for HIV.
And Mario, this is something when it comes to everyone being affected, we're seeing people being infected who have been married for a long time, who have been in long-term relationships, older people. I mean, who is at risk here? What are the numbers showing us?
Yeah, everyone's everyone's HIV possible is what we like to say, right? And so no matter what your demographic is, everyone, as you said, should be tested. The CDC recommends annual testing for individuals ages 13 to 64. It recommends more frequent testing for certain more at-risk populations. And so, at risk may mean if you have, multiple sexual partners or, there's a lot of different factors that play into that, but everyone can make that determination on their own. So.
And one of the goals here is if we're identifying folks who are HIV positive, and it's important to note that today, that diagnosis, you can still live a long, healthy life with medication. You can prevent transmitting HIV to a partner. The idea is to identify people who are positive, get them on treatment, thereby stopping the spread of HIV. Is that correct?
That's right. That's one of the best methods. So you don't know that you need treatment if you don't know you're living with HIV. So it's one of the main reasons that we're encouraging people to get tested for National HIV Testing Day. And like you said, right now, HIV treatment is incredible. It's not a death sentence like it used to be. It's just a chronic condition that folks live with for their whole life, but it's something that's completely manageable.
So encourage the people in your life to go get tested. This could be mom, it could be grandma, it could be a cousin. Mario, I think your work is really interesting. You essentially work for a coalition of businesses who are committed to ending the HIV epidemic in the United States. Why does this make good business sense?
This makes incredible business sense because it shows your employee that you're taking care of their whole person health. It's also great for your brand, right? To invest in issues like HIV, but also other issues like mental health and seeing the connectivity amongst those. A healthy workplace equals a healthy population, healthy communities. This helps address, people's families and the places where they, spend their time and have their relationships as well. And it also makes sure that people can show up to work and be the best version of themselves because they know that their health care is taken care of.
And also, isn't it true that by preventing the spread of HIV, that, the CDC is essentially giving money to local organizations to identify, new cases, to get people tested and on treatment if needed. But by stopping the spread of HIV, we're saving hundreds of millions of dollars in healthcare costs over a lifetime.
That's absolutely true. And another method of prevention we have is a medication called PrEP. And this medication is similar to birth control in that it's a pill you can take every day, it's an injection you can get, and that medication will prevent the spread of HIV.
Let's talk about the process of getting tested, because I know that there is still stigma in the community. Someone might say, oh, I've been going to the same family doctor for years. How do I ask for an HIV test? On the other side of this coin, by the way, when you go in for your annual checkup, doctors don't just automatically test you for HIV. Is that correct? So how do you start that conversation, and what does testing look like?
So for those folks who maybe are not comfortable having that conversation with their doctor, we actually do offer free HIV testing every day at Legacy. So you can come in, get tested, and our tests only take between 1 and 20 minutes. They are rapid.
So you get the result that fast?
You do, same day, and then regardless of the result, we have the options there to get you into treatment, to get you into prevention, and give you the tools you need to live your healthiest life.
Is it a mouth swab now? How does it work?
It's similar to a diabetes test. It's a blood finger stick, so it just needs 1 drop of blood.
Okay, so painless and a quick result. Mario, we talked about this Friday being National HIV Testing Day. Walgreens has been a great partner of yours, I know, and they are offering free testing. People can essentially walk into about a dozen area locations. How does this process work, and do you need to register in advance?
So you do not need to register in advance, and Jill's organization, Legacy Community Health, is going to be one of those organizations that Walgreens is partnering with, along with Allies in Hope and several others, but you do not need to register in advance. You can show up, bring a friend with you. It helps, get someone else tested, but also give you confidence in the process as well. And it's quick. It's 5 minutes, and you get in, you get tested, you know your results, and then you can act accordingly.
And just knowing your baseline, we're seeing some info on our screen, by the way. Montrose Center is another one of the partners. Knowing your status and having a baseline, just as with any health issue, we should all know our status. I personally get tested quarterly because I'm on PrEP, and it's just one of those things that now is routine. Final thoughts, we're out of time. For anyone out there who's never been tested and they don't know their status, Jill.
I would say that knowing your status is something that's easy, it's quick, and it's painless, and it gives you the best tool you need to live a healthy life moving forward.
Well, thank you to Legacy Community Health, the Montrose Centers. I mean, it's a judgment-free zone, so go in, you can pick up the phone, talk to someone, and you'll be glad you did. Jill Johns, Mario Harper, great to see you both.
Thank you.
Thanks for all your work in the community. By the way, we will be putting a link on our website to the locations where you can get tested totally free this Friday, and also where you can find year-round free and low-cost testing, including self-testing options for HIV and many other STIs through health departments and clinics in many areas. Just look for that scene on Houston Life section.